As someone who graduated nursing school with honors and was invited to be inducted into an International Honor Society of Nursing, I think it's safe to say I did pretty well in nursing school. With that being said, I have a take or two that I think could be really useful for my current nursing students. Make sure that you're actually retaining the information and not just memorizing. Being able to actually hold on and really conceptualize it, it's really important, and not just simply remember what the right answers for your exam might be. With that being said, don't feel like you need to remember every single thing right now, because even when you start working, you don't necessarily need to remember every medication. There's usually some type of system within the MAR that allows you to figure out, what is this med for? What are some side effects? It's definitely okay to look things up. You still need to have a life. All you ever do is eat, sleep, school, study, homework, and you have no social life, no type of fun. That's not healthy. Study a little bit every day. Definitely is really good to slowly start implementing information. If you don't know it, you don't know it. I was never one of those nursing students that was staying up 2, 3, 4 a.m. trying to study for my exam. At some point, it's just information overload. You're tired. You're not really even paying attention anymore. Figure out your learning style. Some people like watching YouTube videos. Some people, they're really good at teaching others. Figure out what works for you and stick with it. Think big picture. I feel like a big part of the things that I wasn't understanding in school was because I wasn't kind of able to zoom out and look at the whole picture and really understand how the parts were interrelated. Being able to understand the concept as a whole is going to help you hone in on specific details. Use your resources. If I wanted to do even better, I would have taken advantage of YouTube videos. Registered Nurse RN and Simple Nursing, I love their videos. When it comes to clinical, volunteer to do as much as you can. Clinical can be kind of a weird place because you have nurses that aren't necessarily the most welcoming. Some clinicals don't even allow you to do certain things. So obviously it depends on what your school allows or what the hospital allows, but do as much as you can. Volunteer to at least watch certain things. That way you can get a little bit more familiar about what goes on and some of the things that you might experience once you start working. Look at your syllabus at the beginning of the year for each one of your classes. Look through your assignments, tests, and write them in your calendar. With that being said, I definitely recommend trying to get as much work done as possible. Me and my friends, we would try to knock out as many assignments that we could whenever we had free time. That way, as the weeks went by and there were plans, we didn't have to miss out on stuff because we had homework, because we had already did the homework. You don't need an iPad, but I will say I think it helps. Part of the reason why I think it helps is because it just kind of helps you romanticize school, but also I liked having an iPad because I was able to download my lectures, and as my professor was going over the lecture in class, make notes, and I feel like it just saved me a lot of time. Try to go through your PowerPoints before you go to class. That way you at least have a little bit of an idea of what the class is going to be talking about. Instead of it being the first time you're in the information, you have all these questions, you're trying to process everything. The last one I want to say is don't stress. That's easier said than done, but you'll be fine. Don't expect to know everything at once. You're going to start to notice that you're remembering things and that you're putting pieces together. That topic that you just could not understand, you're finally starting to understand. Good luck throughout your semesters. You guys are going to do great.